Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another StapleSpeaks. I know your boy's been away for quite a while, but no, in all seriousness, I was researching this video because it's a big one. This is the biggest football controversy you've never heard of. This shook the foundation of Indian football, and I'm surprised that not many people outside of Asia know of this story. And it's something that needs to be spoken about. And let's just get straight in. Let me give you a bit of a context, let's see. Now, now the backstory of this was it created a lot of buzz and not a lot of eyes were on it. 7th of October 2018, Jamshedpur playing Bangalore in the ISL, and in the 71st minute, Moin Thanga, who is Jamshedpur's striker, comes off for a 16-year-old by the name of Gaurav Mukhi, and at this point he becomes the youngest ever ISL player. Now, obviously, he was being entrusted with a huge duty. He was the striker being brought on to get something out of the game. And in the 81st minute, Gaurav Mukhi scores to make the game 2-all and becomes the youngest goal scorer in ISL history, getting a huge embrace from Australian legend and marquee player for Jamshedpur at the time, Tim Cahill. You will see why this is significant later. Let me talk about another controversy. Now, in 2015, an under 15 team representing Jharkhand in the National Games Sub Junior Championship won the entire championship. It was Jharkhand's first win quite long time. However, the win was very suspicious as most of their players did not look under 15. On investigation by the AIFF, it was found out that the coach of the team had frauded 4 of his players' birth certificates so that they could play in the under 15 tournament. They were actually 16, and this was in 2015. It generated quite a bit of buzz in the media, but no one remembered it. Now, let's move on to the actual controversy. Now, it's that time. Let's go back to the goal that I mentioned at near the start of the video about Gaurav Mukhi. This record-breaking goal, Twitter was going on fire. Half of Twitter was on fire saying this person is our new Sunil Chhetri. He could be the person to be leading our national team for the next 15 years. The second half of Twitter was suspicious. Gaurav Mukhi did not look a lot like a 16-year-old. He had a full beard at the time he scored the goal, and he already had pretty blonde hair, which is again not really something you see from a lot of 16-year-olds in India. And during all of this, they found the Jharkhand team from 2015, and this, mind you, this was in 2018. Gaurav Mukhi was one of the 4 players caught frauding his birth certificate in 2015 to get onto the team to play in under 15s. So, on investigation, Mukhi frauded birth certificates again. This spread like wildfire. This is a criminal offense, and the reason I think he did this is because he was exploiting a rule in the ISL that mandates that you have at least a certain amount of players under 21 in your starting 11 and bench. And this is how Mukhi explained it. He got played, he exploited the rule, and he got onto the pitch and scored in the top tier of Indian football. Now, obviously, this controversy spread like fire. I think this was our first coverage from Fox Asia in I think 3 years since the ISL began. And if you saw my last video, you'd know I hate the AIFF. I hate the AIFF, and things that they are never harsh. Obviously, they forgot about the I League whilst they own it, and the ISL is a private league that they are really diverting their entire attention towards. Gaurav Mukhi for doing something that classifies as criminal fraud, something he should have gotten at least 6 years of jail time for, was banned from Indian football for 6 months for criminal fraud, for faking his birth certificate, something that is an unspeakable crime. He was given 6 months. And on the 9th September of 2019, obviously there's an off season between February and September, Gaurav Mukhi was back on a football pitch for Jamshedpur. And it is an absolute storm in my head how he's still being allowed to play football in the top tier of Indian football when he frauded birth certificates and decided to fake his age. The real age of Gaurav Mukhi was not even 16, like the controversy in 2015 said. No, by 2018, he was 26. So the AIFF screwed up twice on the same person. And now he's back for Jamshedpur. And the reason I want to talk about this is because this is the biggest football controversy in Indian history, and no one knows about it. I mean, it's been covered by a few people, like Insta football memes were pretty big on Instagram. They did a few posts on this because it was a bit funny, to be honest. It is funny. Like a man thought that he could literally get away with something like this. But no, it just shows that the AIFF can't solve anything and they don't know how to properly punish someone. Mukhi was allowed onto a pitch in the ISL within 6 months, six playing months of such huge controversy, and it gives me a bad taste in my mouth knowing that he is getting in teams over some other people who maybe do stuff genuinely. But anyway, to the outro. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like, please like, share, and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, I'm gonna be trying to start putting out content a little more often. But now it was just this one. It took me a bit more time. I've already got another video queued and ready to go in terms of content. So you will be seeing that later down the line. But anyway, guys, until the next episode, peace.